Bakit parang kasalanan ko pa na may pera ako? The words cut through the humid evening air sa maliit na dining room. Maribel looks at the utility bills sa table. Tapos tumingin siya sa parents niya. Habang her youngest brother sits comfortably with a brand new smartphone, Maribel is figuring numbers in her head. Hindi lang siya nagbibilang ng piso. She's counting the years of being the strong one who never needed help until she realized na never naman talaga siyang inalok ng tulong. Welcome to Silip sa Buhay Pinoy, mga kwentong tahimik pero totoo. Ito ang kwento ni Maribel, ang middle child, the achiever, and the one who learned too early na sa pamilya niya, being okay meant being invisible. Growing up, Maribel was the safe child. Her kuya Enzo was sickly and shy, requiring constant trips sa doctor. Their bunso, Nico, was the bubbly baby na laging binubuli. Maribel, siya yung consistent honor student. She was normal. Dahil hindi naman siya pasaway, her parents stopped looking her way. She became a background character sa sarili nilang bahay. Maribel has an old, battered Casio calculator. It was a hand-me-down galing sa tita niya. It's the same one she used to compute her meager allowance nung college habang her kuya was sent to an expensive private school. Kay Maribel, this calculator represents her survival. Ang nakasanayan niyang pag-solve ng bawat problema without asking for permission or help. Maribel remembers a time nung grade school siya. Pinagalitan siya ng teacher for a mistake she didn't even commit. She went home crying, hoping for a, "Lalaban natin yan." Instead, her mother said,
"Baka naman may nagawa ka. Hayaan mo na, lilipas din yan."
Pero nung bumaba ang grades ng bunso na si Nico, her parents were at the principal's office the next morning. There was also a time Nico broke a neighbor's window. Maribel took the blame para hindi ito mapalo. Nung lumabas ang totoo, there was no thank you for her protection. Her dad just sighed.
Kasabwat ka pa rin kasi pinagtakpan mo. Pareho kayong may mali.
Even her kindness was treated as a liability. College was a marathon. Maribel chose a state university para makatipid. She worked side jobs and maintained 3 scholarships. Pero her sandwich generation training started early. Her parents managed her scholarship funds, and when she asked for a better laptop for her thesis, binigyan lang siya ng pinakamura, saying,
"Kasya na yan. Basta, gumagana."
Her parents forced her to do in-house tutoring para sa isang pinsan. On her first night there, Maribel called home, voice trembling.
"Ma, gusto ko lang marinig boses niyo. Medyo homesick ako dito eh."
Her mother's voice was flat.
"Masanay ka rin. Malaki ka na."
That was the night Maribel stopped calling for comfort. She realized she was her only anchor. Fast forward to today. Maribel is working, Kuya Enzo is working, and Nico is in college. The dynamic hasn't changed. It just got more expensive. Maribel sees the stark difference now. Kapag may gustong bilhin si Nico, the budget magically expands. During dinner, Maribel suggested na mag-part-time job si Nico to learn responsibility. Her father frowned.
Masisira ang focus niyan sa pag-aaral. Hayaan mo na.
Maribel felt a sting. She remembered working until 2 a.m. nung college habang maintaining a 1.5 GPA. No one worried about her focus back then. Isang makapal na envelope ang dumating. The Meralco bill and the internet subscription. It's Kuya Enzo's turn to pay. She looks at the amount. It's higher dahil laging naka-aircon si Nico all day. Her mom then says, "Maribel, pakibayad na lang muna. Wala pa kasing budget si kuya mo." Maribel's grip on her calculator tightens.
Ma, bakit lagi ako na lang muna? I also have savings goals. Si Nico nakabili ng bagong phone pero hindi makapag-ambag sa kuryente?
Her mother's face hardens.
Bakit ba ang dami mong kwenta? Pamilya tayo. Masama bang tumulong?
Hindi sa nagdadamot ako. Maribel's voice cracks.
It's just, why was it okay for me to struggle? But for him, everything has to be served on a silver platter. Nung ako yung nasa posisyon niya, you told me to just get used to it. Bakit sa kanya, kailangan iprotekta?
Her father chimes in without looking up from the TV.
Ganyan ka na ba ngayon porket may trabaho ka na? Sumasambat ka na?
It's the classic Filipino gaslight. Ang issue isn't the money. It's the audacity of the reliable child na sa wakas ay naglabas ng pagod. Maribel retreats to her room. Walang sumunod sa kanya. Walang nagsusorry sa bahay na to. Only the sound of the TV being turned up. She feels like an ATM, valued for her output, ignored for her input. The middle child syndrome isn't a myth. It's a slow erosion of the heart. Later that night, she sees her old Casio calculator. She realizes that her independence was a gift na binigay niya sa sarili niya because no one else would. She isn't bad for holding a grudge. She's just a person who finally ran out of okay. Maribel decides na hindi na siya maglalash out, but she will set boundaries. She computes a fixed contribution. No more, no less. Habang nakatingin sa salamin, she whispers to the little girl who took the blame for her brother.
You did well. It's okay to be tired now.
She finds peace hindi sa approval nila, but in her own self-reliance. Navigating a toxic family dynamic as the reliable child is a lonely journey. Sa culture nating mga Pinoy, we are often taught that utang na loob is absolute. But we must remember na ang gratitude should not come at the cost of our mental well-being. Being the ATM of the family isn't a badge of honor kung puno ka naman ng resentment. Maturity isn't about silent endurance. It's about conscious communication. It's okay to say, I love you, but I cannot carry this alone. Setting boundaries isn't pagre-rebelde. It's an act of self-preservation. Kapag tinigilan natin maging dumping ground for family responsibilities, we actually give our siblings a chance to grow and our parents a chance to see us as human beings. Kung ikaw yung middle child, ang least favorite, or the one everyone depends on, know this. Your value is not measured by how much you can endure. Healing starts when you stop waiting for the apology na baka hindi naman dumating and start giving yourself the validation na matagal mo nang hinahanap sa kanila. You are more than your achievements. You are enough. Sana may nakuha kayong kahit konting insight or reflection sa videong ito. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig at please mag-subscribe po kayo. At kung nagustuhan nyo ang content, please huwag kalimutang mag-like. Hanggang sa muli, ito ang Silip sa Buhay Pinoy.